Hi, it's me again. I found some better lighting. So I want to talk about the fires that are happening out here and some misconceptions. If you guys follow my social media, I had a little bit of a rant. I try to excuse people's ignorance because some people really don't know certain things, but it's like you try to educate people and they still won't take the education. So it's like, okay, I can only tell you so many times. So anyway, what's going on right now is that people know California is known for its wildfires. Some of it's caused by arson, some of it's caused by weather. We don't have a ton of rain. The last 2 years, 2022, 23, we had a ton of rain. So the wildfires weren't really an issue. We usually have a lot of rain December going into January. That did not happen this year. So we actually had like no rain December going to January. So it's been very dry. They had a warning last week on Monday, and they said potentially high winds, potentially deadly winds. Some of the locals were kind of like, media being dramatic, but unfortunately there were fires, and it's been catastrophic. And unfortunately, because of the wind and the embers, it's caused other fires. A couple are possibly arson. Another Hollywood one, which they just extinguished pretty quickly, that seemed to be arson. But there's people who aren't from here who think they're California experts. Oh, it's all arson, it's all conspiracy, this and this. No, it's caused by high winds and humidity. I know there's an issue with like dry brush and stuff like that, which maybe, but I mean, there's been other fires before, so I'm not sure why this one all of a sudden is the big controversy. We had fires out here in the San Bernardino area. No one was like, oh, it's the governor's fault. Oh, it's the mayor's fault. Oh, it's just, it was just like, it's dry. It's summertime. Out here, it's cooler. It's in the 60s. Actually, today was in the 50s. It was like 58 degrees. So that's why it's kind of weird that there's a fire going on now. But it's just the winds are very intense. It's usually a summertime thing that we have fires, or like when it's a lot warmer, not in the 50s and 60s. So yeah, they're dealing with that. The other thing is, it's crazy how many people think that like we're all LA. In case you don't know, there is LA County, there is Orange County, there is San Bernardino County where I'm at, Riverside County, Ventura County, all these different counties. All of SoCal is not LA. The amount of people who are like assuming that we're just all in LA, it's crazy. I'm an hour away from LA, an hour away from Palm Springs, an hour away from Orange County, an hour away from the beach, an hour away from the mountains. I'm an hour away from everything. 2 hours from San Diego. I I keep and I'm trying I appreciate people checking in with me, but I've told certain people multiple times that I'm an hour away, and every time something happens I have the same few people. Are you okay? You're in LA, right? No, I'm an hour away. Oh, the shooting just happened. You're in LA, right? No, I'm an hour away. Oh, this just happened. You're in LA, right? I'm like, guys, I'm not in LA. SoCal is not all LA. With respect, I do appreciate people checking with me. That's very sweet, but I'm not in LA. Like I said, I'm an hour away. We had our own fires in San Bernardino area where the schools had to close for a week because we did have ash and stuff. So that's just what happens. That's part of SoCal. It's not anyone's fault, like people are trying to pin it on. That's part of living in SoCal. And unfortunately, when people live in the mountains and hills, they're more susceptible to it. I'm in the valley area, so I'm not near any mountains or hills. So if there's a fire in the mountains or hills, I'm not at risk. If there's like a large field of dry grass or something, then that's when homes out here would be in danger. So unfortunately, that's the risk of living in the mountains and hills. The mountains and hills, beautiful areas, nice neighborhoods, but great views. I just would never live up there because it's always a risk. There's always a risk. If it's not fires, it's mudslides. When we had all those heavy rains the past 2 years, there were mudslides in those areas. So many people, they had, almost incidents, and now their streak is done. Some areas they've been hit a couple times, and people still choose to live out there. I'm not trying to be insensitive because me and other people kind of brought that up, and they were like, oh, well, nothing's happened before. I know people live in that area. I said, yeah, but that's still the risk. I'm not as at risk because I'm in the valley. I'm not near any hills or anything. Again, great areas. I've been by some of those areas before, beautiful, but it's just too risky being up there. So the other thing is I kept seeing was people who are going to Disneyland are being attacked by outsiders who don't get that Disneyland is not in LA. Hate to break it to you, Disneyland is not in LA. It is in Anaheim, which is in Orange County, And no, Anaheim is not next to LA. Anaheim is an hour away in Orange County. LA County, Orange County. Google Maps works, people. The amount of people I saw who are at Disneyland, especially like the Disney bloggers and vloggers, they're like, "What are you doing at Disneyland? There is fire and ash around you." They're like, "Dude, we're an hour away. How dare you blow fireworks?" Disneyland is an hour away. The skies are clear. I'm an hour away. The skies are clear. The mountains are very beautiful. We could see. The winds are bad, but like the beauty of it is that the sky is super clear. The mountains, you can see every little bit of the mountains. You can even see the houses. That's how clear the sky is. So, guys, Disneyland is not in LA. It is in Anaheim. They're allowed to be open. It's fine. Please stop yelling at people going to Disneyland. I saw that all over threads and Instagram. It was crazy. And then the people who go live on YouTube, they're like, "Why are you at Disneyland? That is so insensitive." They're not in LA. Also, the other thing, which is very annoying, is people assuming that we're all rich. We are not all rich. I'm definitely negative bank account broke, so I'm definitely not rich. Um, yeah, LA is not all like Hollywood and Hollywood stars. We have other cities outside of LA, like Altadena, Pasadena, other smaller cities. It's regular folks. Even in LA, there's regular folks. So the whole "we're rich, we don't need to help out," people laughing, people saying, people bringing religion into it, like, "Oh, I saw some people saying God is getting rid of the wicked. California's wicked and sinful." Um, and people just laughing about it. It's like, really? And you're posting Bible verses and you're a Christian allegedly and you're saying inappropriate things. Interesting. Um, see, I'm trying to say anything else. Let me see. Yeah, it's just a few things that was getting on my skin. Like, this is not shocking. I know some locals are like, "Oh, it's just shock." It's not a shock. You live in those areas, that's the risk, unfortunately. Most of these fires are weather related. It's not all arson. Like I said, a couple of them might be, but most of it's weather related. We are not all rich. We don't all live in LA. I saw someone else I follow on YouTube. He lives in Palm Springs and he had to do a video because everyone thought he was in LA. And he goes, "Guys, I'm in Palm Springs." And people thought Palm Springs was next to LA. It is a long 2-hour drive. So Palm Springs is not next to LA. The Inland Empire is not next to LA. There are other cities besides LA. Guys, I recommend opening up Google Maps and just check for a few minutes. Check SoCal, how big SoCal is. And it's not trying to be snarky or smartass, because I'm not like that, but it's just when you have people who are not from here act like they know more than you do, it's interesting. So, well wishes to anyone who's out there. It's gonna be a long recovery. Just like people who are in hurricane and tornado areas, it's the same thing. Just sending well wishes. I don't do prayers because that's just weird. Um, it's about action, and if you can donate, if you can do like maybe it's different types of donations, things like that. I can't do anything because, like I said, I'm broke. Um, Also, another big thing which I brought up: please have to-go bags. They keep talking about this, and people are not prepared. Even people who were told to evacuate, they wait till last minute. They had nothing packed. If you're in a hurricane area, tornado, fire, mudslide, earthquake out here, you need to have a to-go bag, which I've heard different versions of this. Anything you are not using now, like wills, any important paperwork, birth certificates, insurance papers, photo albums, anything of importance, family heirlooms, have that in a side closet, garage. So if they say you got to go right now, 5 minutes, boom, you got that packed. Some people have backpacks, some people have luggage, like a little handbag, whatever. Anything important, have that on to the side. And I posted this on my social media. One of the local news stations said, "Hey, they have like a game plan. So if you live in any high risk area, again, hurricane, tornado, mudslides, fires, whatever, you need to have a game plan. So if we're evacuating, where are we going? Do we have money to go to a hotel? Do we have money for gas? Like whatever, come up with a game plan, and then pack it to go bag. So anything like important documents, photo albums. I heard a lady say a long time ago, get photo albums and take pictures of any old photos and upload them on Photo Bucket. Unfortunately, some disasters happen and people are not at home. They can't take their to-go bag. Take pictures of any important documents. So if you do lose it in any disaster, I have it on photo. Very smart also, because we have that technology. Anything else? No, I think that's it. So again, we don't all live in LA. We are not all rich. Unfortunately, that's the name of the game. When you live in certain areas, that's just the risk. That's how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. LA and other counties, they will rebuild. Just like, again, we've had earthquakes out here, like remember Northridge. There's been other fires, hurricane, tornado areas. It's going to take time. People are going to rebuild. And then people bring up the Olympics, which is 3 years away. And also the Olympics, that's another thing. The Olympics is not anywhere near that area. The Olympic areas are downtown LA and below, or going into Orange County. So the whole Malibu, Pacific Palisades, the mountain areas, that has nothing to do with the Olympics. So we can stop with that whole thing also. So again, well wishes to everyone. If you lost your home, I'm so sorry. People who lost their homes or lives, I'm so sorry. If you can, help out. If you can't, just send positive thoughts and vibes. And that's it. Any questions, let me know as a SoCal resident. And please be kind. Just be kind. People are going through a lot right now.